This is a very seemingly a very pathetic situation now for the governor of Ondo State in the person of Olorotimi Akeredolu. Now the youths are out; they're beginning to react, agitate and register their displeasure to what is happening. But there's something about this conversation. They said that since he returned from Germany, that over time, for like space of 4 weeks, they've not had any sight. They've not seen him. They've not had any. There's no proof that he's on seat. So how true can we attest to this when we've heard? There has been some conversations between the governor and his deputy, at least with respect to the issue regarding the deputy governor's case in court. So how can we attest to the fact that the governor hasn't shown face ever since he returned from Germany?
Well, there's one clear narrative. We've been driving this narrative on ATN, most of our programs. Yesterday, I handled it on Press Roundtable. I think that the issue of Akeredolu is a very pathetic case.
Absolutely.
And it also boils down to this controversy about the role of a deputy governor in government. The Constitution seems to make the deputy governor a spare tire, as it were, in governance. But the Constitution also makes it clear that when the governor is away, the deputy governor rolls into his position. But we're not told how far the deputy governor can go in taking decisions, in executing decisions. Akeredolu was sick, and he went on sick leave in Germany. While he was there, his deputy governor sat into the seat, took certain decisions that are creating the current controversy that we have today. And when the henchman came back, I thought that he would ordinarily say, "Thank you for what you've done. Well, you didn't do well this way. Let's put that behind us and forge ahead." That's what governance should be. Instead, he had driven the state into a mesh of controversy and conflict, as it were, and violence even, to say the least. And there has been this problem over time. The House of Assembly was brought into the fray, attempting to impeach the deputy governor, and the deputy governor has been in court, and a lot is happening. The national leadership of APC came into the matter to reconcile the two gladiators. Because one thing is important: when two elephants fight, the grass suffer. Who is the grass in this case? The people love Ondo State. Governance seems to be totally absent in this entire fray of conflict. And so it is very unfortunate. And to make matters worse, there is serious allegation that Akeredolu is operating from Ibadan. He doesn't seem to stay there in Government House to preside over the governance of that state. That in itself is an impeachable offense. And we begin to wonder what the State Assembly is doing about that. And of course, you know what happens in every government. Separation of power seems to be a farce in our governance structure in Nigeria. One will expect the House of Assembly to stand its feet and operate its oversight functions, its check and balances. When the French philosopher Montesquieu propounded the principle of separation of powers, he said it was important for the three arms of government to be mutually separate from one another to avoid unnecessary, overbearing of one man in government. Because if the executive is allowed to have that overbearing power, it will lead to some kind of dictatorship, and it will not go well for governance in any nation. So we expected the House of Assembly to do something very important. Now today, the youth of the state seem to have jumped into the fray that is within the party to protest his absence, long absence from the seat of power. They're not wrong. What they are doing now should be what the assembly should have done. Come on, I think that we're not being serious in this country. I wonder why a sitting governor will be governing in absentia after coming back from a long period of leave of absence as a result of ill health. And this is one of the problems with having ailing and aging leaders at the helm of affairs.